Well, Leo, thank you for joining me. I just wanted to ask a few things, let you share a little bit from your heart. And, since you unfortunately won't be able to be here on Sunday, I want you to get a chance to, share with the church body where you're at and what you're doing. So,
Thank you.
first thing I was wondering actually is how did you come to get involved in the care ministry here?
Yeah, so about a year ago, there was a Zoom for church service. It was in the summer of 2020 or whenever it was, and you and Brad were up during the service and talking about a brand new ministry at church. And what I heard is it was like a disaster ministry, and I'm a little bit of a prepper. And I've been very interested in CERT and all these things. So I said, well, that's cool. I'm going to sign up for that so I can get involved in disaster response. So set up a meeting with you and Brad and meet for coffee. And the funny thing is I think it was Brad. He said, so Leo, so what do you think this ministry is about? And I explained what I thought it was. And then Brad's like, well, that's not at all what this is. And
Not at all.
yeah, slightly burst my bubble, like at first, and then you guys explained what it was about, and I was like, wow, I'm interested in that. And for me, the powerful thing is if I had heard what it really was about trauma, and all of that, I might not have gone. So for me, the Holy Spirit had me hear what I needed to hear.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So he got you involved.
He got me involved.
Whether you really wanted it or liked it or not.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So after that meeting, you said you were interested in getting involved, and we pointed you toward the Responders Resource Center chaplaincy program. It's a program of about 23 classes up in Vancouver, and primarily led by Rob Lloyd, but a lot of other instructors. So tell me about your process going through that program and what you've taken away from it and how you've even applied it already as we've walked through the situation with the Dewar family.
Yeah, you bet. So, one of the things being on the ministry response team is we have to have some training, right? So there's some formal training provided, SISM classes. So after going through the first class with Rob and him up there, I got so excited about the whole chaplaincy program that I was like, I'm all in on this. So
You raced through it.
yeah, so I signed up for the whole program, going above what was asked in the beginning, but yeah, the program is amazing. Some of the things I met a gentleman that I haven't seen since my daughter had cancer, and he had prayed over my family. So this was like 10 years ago, and I met him up there, and it was just amazing. I made some friends from others going through the training, and then Rob is phenomenal.
Yes.
With
Agreed.
his teachings, right? And the classes were just very powerful, and then to hear all the stories from the chaplains, and then from those in the classes was awesome. One of the most powerful ones for me was the Ministry of Presence class. And, it's really just about being there, right? I mean, sometimes when somebody's going through the hardest time in their life, they just want somebody there, whether it's to listen, a shoulder to cry on, or what have you. So that was just really powerful.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And how have you seen it play out so far already, actually, stepping into just walking through the grief situation with the Dewar family?
Yeah, so recently we had a tragedy we're within our church family. So our ministry had a chance to respond to that. And it was just very powerful for me personally, because it's, being able to help the hurting, right? It's like, like what Mike is talking about at the moment, stepping into the misery and the margins. There's so many hurting. So to be able to step into this family who's going through, a very powerful event, and help them process all the grief and help them through it, right? I mean, we're not solving anything or fixing anything, but to help somebody and guide them. I like to say, as a chaplain, you're a guiding light in the darkness, right? So you're going to help them through it. So yeah, it's been powerful.
Good. So you're guiding them through it, right? A guiding light, guiding them through the darkness. What have you stepped into in addition to the ministry response team and the things that you're doing with us? What else do you feel like God's been leading you into and calling you to?
Yeah. So
tell a little bit about that.
You bet. So it's been very exciting. Oddly enough, I mean, I never thought I would be where I'm at today with all of this. I mean, when I was younger, like in my 20s, I kind of felt a pull towards some form of a ministry. And I've been a member of a church council and all that in the past, but the last few years I've been feeling a pull, from the Holy Spirit saying, hey, you need to go do something, right? And then all this just kind of played in together. And now that I'm involved in this, it has actually become a passion of mine. And I've reached out to Tualatin Valley Fire to volunteer as a chaplain for them, and also for Washington County Sheriff. So probably in January, I'll be involved with those agencies, which is really awesome because it's a way to tie in our ministry response team, because typically a chaplain, like for first responders, it's only during the event. Right. Yeah. So our ministry allows that kind of follow-up after, so for the care over the next few weeks or so and months. But so very excited about that. I even launched like a Hope Chaplain Instagram.
I've been following. I like it. I like what you got going on.
It's a
Hope
brand
Chaplain.
new, Hope Chaplain. But I've just been passionate about this. I've even been looking at jobs, to see if I've had my job for 20 years. Maybe it's time for a change. I really want to help the hurting. And I just want to do God's work, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, as a church body, I think, our body at Grace is huge and awesome. Mm-hmm. And if we just grow those arms, right, so that our body is reaching out and using the digits and bearing fruit for God, right? So, I mean, everything's for God's glory, and I'm just excited to be a part of that.
I love it, man. Well, I just want to bless you. Thank you for stepping into this. You're one of the catalysts in this launching of being an Unleashed Church and seeing that fruit grow and bear. And so I just thank you so much for stepping into it. It's been a joy seeing this and also working alongside you during it. So
thank you, brother.
Blessings.